Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Melching Field in DeLand, Florida for tonight's Florida Collegiate Summer League ball game between the visiting Winter Park Diamond Dogs and your reigning, defending Florida League champions, the DeLand Suns. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to DeLand. I'm Ryan Murphy, joined alongside Bryce Kuhn. And Bryce, it is the first of 9 rematches between the two teams that went to a Game 3 last year in the Florida League Championship Series, and the two teams that through the first series of the season sit 1-2 in the Florida League, the Dogs at 3-0 and the Suns at 2-1.
Ryan, it was a great series, opening series for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs, as they looked pretty good in that opening series up in Sanford against the Seminole County Scorpions. Were opportunistic, as one might say. Scorpions had some troubles, and the Dogs took advantage. We'll see as they get underway here tonight what Winter Park has in store.
The DeLand Suns and the Winter Park Diamond Dogs from Melching Field as Brandon Castle throws the first pitch right down Broadway for a strike, and the count begins 0-1 on the leadoff hitter in Jason Foytno.
Foytno, the Dogs center fielder, he's seen action in 2 games so far. Speedy guy, had 41 steals his senior year at Collins Hill.
Next pitch missing the zone for a ball, 1-1. Castle, a DeLand native, comes set from the stretch. The left-hander kicks and deals the 1-1 pitch. It is a ground ball towards the shortstop, gobbled up by Omohundro. His throw on to first is in time to get Foytno, and there's one gone in the first inning for Daniel Carinci.
Ryan Carinci has been off to a hot start here so far. 3 doubles already for the shortstop from the University of Alabama, doing a great job so far. Matt talked to him the other night. 2 nights ago, he had 2 doubles, one opposite field, one he pulled down the left field line. Said he's seen the ball well so far and just getting accustomed to using the wood bat.
First pitch, another ground ball on the left side of the infield. This one backhanded by Omohundro. A strong throw across the diamond from the Maine Black Bear, and there's 2 gone in inning number 1. 2 up, 2 down for the DeLand native in Brandon Castle, as that brings up the catcher, the Billiken from St. Louis, in Luis Cabrera.
Cabrera finishing his career up at St. Louis. He'll be attending Southeastern just up the road in Lakeland in the fall. And Cabrera, also another one of those guys, had a hot start. He's played all over the diamond too. Said one thing he wanted to work on this summer was showing off the versatility. He's played third, first, and was the DH in those first 3 games. He's getting the start behind the plate tonight.
And for those of you that don't follow NAIA baseball, Southeastern is one of the best programs at the NAIA level, as the first pitch misses the zone for a ball, 1-0. The Fire were the 2018 NAIA national champions, went back to Lewiston, Idaho for the 2019 World Series, as the 1-0 delivery from Brandon Castle is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Southeastern playing in probably the best NAIA conference in the country, in the Sun Conference, alongside St. Thomas University in Miami, who was in the championship game this year before falling to Tennessee Wesleyan. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Cabrera. 6-foot, 210-pound catcher will take one down Broadway for a strike, and the count on Cabrera runs to 1-2.
This past series, Ryan, the Dogs have been very patient, having to be patient. We saw the first 2 batters swung and got made 2 outs in the first 3 pitches of the game. Cabrera taking some pitches here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Castle will run low and inside for a ball, and the count moves to deuces wild on the 3-hole hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. To give you the defensive arrangement for the Suns, Tim Dixon makes his Sun debut in left. Mark Townsend moves to center. Alan Alonso will play right. Garrett Wallace at third. We've called the name of Jeff Omohundro at short. Hunter Fornari is at second. And as usual, Joe Burke is at first base. Rodrigo Montenegro will do the catching today for the DeLand Suns. Two balls, 2 strikes, your count, as Castle, the lefty, against the right-handed hitting Winter Park hitter, misses up and away for a ball, and the count on Luis Cabrera has run full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I would say Cabrera off to a hot start, 4 for his first 7. Seeing some action all around the diamond here. See if he can prolong this inning. Full count here to the Dogs catcher.
The payoff pitch is lifted high and deep to left field. Tim Dixon will chase it back. That ball is gone. A solo shot from Luis Cabrera as the incoming Southeastern Fire hits one about 350 feet out to left, and it's Winter Park that strikes first on this Tuesday night. It's 1-0 Dogs and a solo shot from Cabrera.
Nice piece of hitting there by Cabrera. He got in the 0-2 hole early, worked it back full, and like Ryan said, just drove that ball off to left. He didn't miss it.
So it brings up the cleanup hitter in Luke Reedy. The Rollins College Tar will step in from the right side as Castle looks to get back to work to get the final out of the inning and keep just the one run on the board for the Dawgs. First pitch misses the zone for a ball, starts the count 1-0.
Reedy had the homer in Saturday night's opening night victory over Seminole County. Low-scoring affair. He provided much of the offense with a 2-run shot in the 6th.
The 1-0 delivery is outside from Castle, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes.
Good hitter's count here for Reedy. He's a good fastball hitter. Likes to jump on that and see if it's right there for the taking.
2 balls, no strikes, the 2-0 delivery. Outside again for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Castle making his second appearance of the season. He threw 2 2/3 innings against Sanford. He allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walked 2 but struck out 4. A 6.75 ERA in his first 2 2/3 innings as the 3-0 from Castle threw that one right down the middle. No chance of a swing from Reedy, and the count is 3-1.
Coach Chuck Shaw talked about the patience that the Dawgs had last night. They were walked 11 times. See, showing some patience here early on.
3 balls, 1 strike, the count from Castle, whose 3-1 delivery swung on and missed by Luke Reedy. And for the second batter in a row, it's a payoff pitch coming. 3 balls, 2 strikes. First battle went to Cabrera, who homered out to left. We'll see what Brandon Castle can do with the cleanup hitting Luke Reedy. The lefty from DeLand comes set from the stretch, holding the ball near the letters on his jersey as the 3-2 pitch is right down Broadway, strike 3. Castle spins in the breaking ball to get Luke Reedy looking. But a solo home run with 2 outs from Luis Cabrera has the Winter Park Diamond Dogs on top through a half inning. We head to the bottom of the first inning with your score. It's Winter Park 1, DeLand coming up as you're watching Florida League Baseball on YouTube Live. Jeffrey Omahundro will lead things off for the DeLand Suns in the bottom of inning number 1 as he will face the starting pitcher for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs in Drew McMahon as the first pitch that McMahon throws is fouled off down the first base side, 0-1.
McMahon seeing his first action for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs. Winter Park native, starred for 4 years at Winter Park High School, saw limited action in his freshman year at Swarthmore. 3 Swarthmore guys on this Dogs team.
0-1 pitch goes below the knees of Omahundro. Count is 1-1. Omahundro, one of the better hitters in the DeLand lineup in the first series of this season. He was 5 of 12, hitting .417. 3 runs scored, 2 runs batted in as he'll foul that one off. The breaking ball is sent up and out of the ballpark, and the count on Jeff Omahundro runs to 1-2.
See what Winter Park does here. I was talking to McMahon before the game, said just want to come in and attack hitters, attack the strike zone. He's got a good count here, 1-2 on the Suns' leadoff hitter.
1 ball, 2 strikes from the righty. 1-2 pitch is sawed off on the right side. Will bounce into the Winter Park dugout and keep the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we mentioned, a rematch of the 2018 Florida League Championship Series where the second-seeded Suns knocked out the 4th-seeded Diamond Dogs as the 1-2 pitch in there, strike 3 in the outside corner. And there's 1 gone here in the first inning for Rodrigo Montenegro.
Exactly what you want to see if you're McMahon, getting that call early on, wanting to attack hitters here in the bottom of the first with that 1-run lead.
Montenegro 1 for 4 with a run scored to start the season, has reached base in 3 of 6 plate appearances with a walk and a hit by pitch, as the first delivery to Montenegro is swung on and missed to start the count 0-1 to the catcher. He's also laid down a sacrifice bunt as well. The 0-1 delivery from McMahon will miss slow and outside, and the count moves to aces wild on the 2-hole hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Montenegro. From the stretch goes McMahon. He deals the 1-1, and Montenegro sends it back to the screen as the count moves to 1-2.
McMahon said he wanted to work on those secondary pitches here, developing his changeup. Got a fastball that sits low to mid-80s, but definitely wants to try to work on the curveball, become a better overall rounded pitcher.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 1-2 is going to hit Montenegro on the foot. He will corkscrew out of the batter's box and go down to both knees as he looks to be in a considerable amount of pain. He or a pinch runner, looks like it will be him, will head on down to first base, the first base runner of the game for the DeLand Suns, as that'll bring up the 3-hole hitter Mark Townsend, who had a phenomenal game on Sunday night. Reached base in 6 of 7 plate appearances. He's 6 of 13, hitting .462 with 3 runs batted in, including a double.
Yeah, they always tell you want to get on any way you can, Ryan, but taking one right off the top of the foot is not the most desirable way to get on base.
So it will be Montenegro who runs as the left-handed hitting Stetson Hatter in. Mark Townsend steps in. Townsend hitting .462 in the first series of the season as he takes a breaking ball out of the zone for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to the 3-hole hitter Townsend. The DeLand lineup, we've seen Alejandro Montenegro, Townsend, then Dixon, Burke, Wallace, Alonzo, Bell, Fornari. The 1-0 pitch will bounce in for a ball off the top of the plate, and the count is 2-0. The defensive arrangement for Winter Park: Reedy, Foytno, Myers in the outfield, left to right. LaMarche, Carinci, Maldonado, Becker left to right in the infield. Cabrera catches McMahon. The 2-0 pitch from Drew McMahon is fouled back to the screen by Townsend, moving the count to 2-1.
Interesting situation here. You don't want to fall behind the 3-hole hitter with the 4-hole hitter lurking on deck. It's Mr. Dixon on deck and with an opportunity here, but 2-1 count. Good hitters count here for Townsend.
2 balls and a strike on the Stetson Hatter. Just finished up his first season in DeLand. The 2-1 pitch is a bunt shown that will be sent down the left side. It will be foul. Giving it a chase was the catcher Cabrera, but it's out of play, and the count runs to even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here in the first inning. A solo shot from Luis Cabrera has Winter Park on top 1-0. As McMahon comes set from the belt and deals the 2-2 pitch, gets a swing and a miss as he elevates the fastball to Townsend, who cannot catch up. And there's 2 gone here in the first inning to bring up the cleanup hitter, and the debut for the Suns of Tim Dixon.
Nice pitch there as he got him to swing through the fastball. Good pitch. Now he got 2 outs here. Runner still on first.
First pitch of the at-bat, a bouncing ball, foul down the first base line. Good backhand made by Becker over at first, as Beaker would have had an easy out there, but it's ruled to have last touch foul, and Tim Dixon starts the count down, no balls, and a strike. Tim Dixon, a Seminole State Raider this past season, as he takes a strike 0-2, will head off to Little Rock for the remainder of his college career. Drove in 39 runs, scored 47, and hit .320 this year at Seminole State. Set from the stretch is McMahon. He deals the 0-2 pitch to Dixon, who will laser one foul. It actually goes off the concrete facade of the dugout and trickles over towards the second baseman in Maldonado, who flips it back over into his dugout as the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes.
Interesting to see what here if he tries to go with that curveball.
Tried to go upstairs that time and get a chase from Dixon. Dixon would not bite, and the count moves to the cleanup hitter for the Suns at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5, 6, 7 in the order for the Dawgs in the second inning. Go Lamarche, Myers, and Beaker. The 1-2 pitch comes low and inside for a ball, and deuces are wild to Tim Dixon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Suns trying to answer the call from Winter Park after the home run in the first inning. The 2-2 delivery is tapped foul by Dixon as he's able to keep the at-bat alive. It's still 2-2.
A good battle here by Dixon. Spoiled that pitch. It was a good pitch from McMahon inside, but Tim Dixon did a good job just getting a piece on it.
Working from the stretch is McMahon. Not a whole lot of wind to speak of, but what there is blowing in as Dixon will laser that one off the screen above the dugout of Winter Park and makes first base coach Jason Umberger go and chase it. Dixon, a relatively local product, a DeBary, Florida native, went to high school at University High. Just finished up a couple of years, as we said, at Seminole State. The 2-2 delivery is a breaking ball, and Dixon working himself a nice at-bat here as he fouls another one off into the parking lot. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat between McMahon and Dixon. Even if you're retired here, it's a good at-bat from Dixon. Runs the pitch count up a little bit on McMahon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Winter Park. 2-2 breaking ball, high and tight for ball 3. And the 10th pitch of the at-bat will be a payoff pitch that does see Montenegro move with the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Montenegro will go. The 3-2 is sent towards the second base bag. It's off the glove of the second baseman Maldonado. It'll be an infield single. What an at-bat from Tim Dixon in his first Suns plate appearance. He singles on the 10th pitch, and the Suns have first and second 2 outs for the reigning FCSL Home Run Derby champ in Joe Burke.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. Great at-bat by Dixon. When you put the ball in play, more often than not, good things are going to happen. He kept it on the ground, and nice job by Maldonado trying to go to his backhand, but just couldn't quite come up with it.
So working from the stretch yet again is McMahon as Joe Burke drove in a run on Saturday. Last time the Suns were here, he cleared the head of the left fielder for Sanford and brought in a run on a double. Love to do that here. That could give the Suns their first or maybe second run of the game. Back pick at first base will not be in time. It did not go cleanly into the glove of Beaker as the first pitch missed the zone for a strike 1-0.
Talking to Cabrera before the game, loves to try to throw back behind the runner at first. He did that twice this past weekend, getting a runner once.
Burke again takes. Behind Joe Burke, Garrett Wallace, the upstate Spartan, followed by the third-year son in Alan Alonso. The 2-0 pitch is on the inner half for a strike, and the count on Joe Burke moves to 2-1. Off of second is Montenegro. Off of first is Tim Dixon. McMahon deals the 2-1. Burke hits a sky-high pop-up that will get up and out of the ballpark. And the count on Burke goes to deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
Another deep count. DeLand working the count here against McMahon, forcing him to throw a lot of pitches and show what's off in his arsenal.
2-2 pitch, just a bit outside for ball 3. And the count on Joe Burke is full, 3-2. The pitch count running up high this inning for the Winter Park starter, Drew McMahon. Runners will move with the 3-2 pitch, and Burke will float one into center field, a base hit. Coming around third to score will be Rodrigo Montenegro, and Joe Burke has himself an RBI single, and just like that, tit for tat, we're tied at 1.
Great job by Burke there, working the count. Once again, we've mentioned it several times, the third deep count the Suns have gotten themselves in, and just battling it out, waiting for the pitch, and once again spoiled another nice pitch, and just like that, this game's tied.
Brings up Garrett Wallace, the upstate Spartan, as would have played in this ballpark this year as part of the Atlantic Sun Conference, but upstate moved conferences up to the Big South. First and second, 2 outs. First pitch to Wallace as a breaking ball snapped into the zone for a strike and starts the count at 0-1. No balls and a strike on the 6-hole hitting Garrett Wallace as the 0-1 is sent back up over the screen. It'll actually hit the concrete facade at the top of the stadium and kick back into the seating area as the count on Wallace is 0-2.
Another good pitcher's count here, man. Hasn't been able to put the last 2 away, though. See what he goes with here.
The 33rd pitch of the inning for McMahon misses low and outside for a ball, 1-2. And that is not a number you are happy with if you're Chuck Shaw. You're happy with the fact that he's thrown twice as many strikes as balls. But 34 pitches minimum this inning, that is not a sustainable number if you want to get any kind of outing out of McMahon.
Bullpen was used often this past weekend. Not to say those guys are taxed or anything, but you definitely wanted your starter at least go at least 3 to 4 innings in this one.
And the advantage for the Suns, they had yesterday off as that one comes high for ball 2. It's 2-2 as McMahon prepares to throw his 35th pitch of the first inning.
Like you said, Ryan DeLand had the luxury of having the day off yesterday. Everyone able to get some rest and back at it for this one.
And a line drive into right center field, a base hit. Tim Dixon will be sent around third. The throw will go to third. It's an RBI single for Garrett Wallace, and the DeLand Suns take the lead in the bottom of the first inning. It's 2-1 DeLand and an RBI single from Garrett Wallace.
Nice piece of hitting by Wallace. He just hit it where it's pitched. Line drive over Maldonado's head over out at second base, and just like that, DeLand's taking the lead, Ryan, and working the count still, and McMahon's still not out of it.
McMahon worked very well when you looked at the first 3 hitters. 2 strikeouts. He did plunk Montenegro, but he's given up 3 straight, make it 4 straight singles. Coming around third base is Joe Burke. The throw will have to be cut off. It's an RBI single from Alan Alonso. 4 straight Sun singles, 3 straight RBI singles, and DeLand leads it 3-1 here in the first inning as that brings up Robert Bell.
Pitching coach Jim Newland going to come out and talk to his pitcher. Like you said, Ryan, first 3 batters looked like McMahon was due for a short inning. Now 4 straight singles, like you said, 3 straight RBIs, and DeLand has extended their lead to 2 now.
3-1 Suns, bottom of the first inning, as Jim Newland in his return to the Winter Park bench was here last year as well, as was the head coach in Chuck Shaw. Shaw having been to back-to-back championship games. Also there with Altamont a couple of years ago as well, as just a quick meeting for the Dogs in their road red uniforms. White and red caps for the Dogs, red jerseys, white pants. For the DeLand Suns, they're in their home whites with orange caps and white pants as Robert Bell steps in. He drove in 4 in Sanford in the win in Sanford on Sunday, including the game-breaking 3-run double to right field in the top of the 10th. First and second, 2 outs. We've said that often this inning, and that one will plunk Robert Bell, so the bases are now loaded for the Suns. Single, hit by pitch have loaded the bases for the 9-hole hitter in Hunter Fornari, the FGCU Eagle.
McMahon have to do something here. Nowhere to put Fornari. He's going to have to come right after him here. Can't back down. See what he has in store. Bases loaded.
First pitch with the bases loaded. Big swing and a miss from Fornari. Starts the count at 0-1. Another breaking ball and a nice pitch there by McMahon. Gets a swing and a miss, and he's ahead of Hunter Fornari 0-2. He's gotten ahead of hitters 0-2, 1-2, but just has not been able to put him away. Can't put Fornari away either on his 40th pitch of the first inning. It's fouled back to the screen, and the count is still 0-2. Consecutive RBI singles by the Suns have them up 3-1. Pitch 41 misses the zone for a ball, 1-2. Burke, Wallace, Alonso with consecutive RBI singles. The 1-2 pitch from McMahon is a breaking ball that will clear the screen and head back into the parking lot as the count on Hunter Fornari remains 1-2. The 1-2 delivery is a high pop fly. Will it be playable for the Dogs? It will not be, as it will bounce to the concourse and almost come up to the press box window, about a foot away from actually getting to the window there, but Fornari keeps the at-bat alive. It's still 1-2.
This is what Dixon and Burke did, both their at-bats. Worked the count. They were in an 0-2 hole. Were able to work it back even. 1-2 still, but McMahon's still trying to come after these Suns hitters.
1 ball, 2 strikes from McMahon. His 1-2 delivery is fouled back to the screen again. One ball, 2 strikes on Hunter Fornari, the 9th hitter of the inning. For the DeLand Suns, the 1-2 pitch is lifted high and deep into right center field. Tracking it is Foytno. He's there to make the catch, and the inning is over. But 4 consecutive singles guide those DeLand Suns to 3 runs, and through an inning at Melching Field, it's the DeLand Suns 3 and the Winter Park Diamond Dogs 1 as you're watching DeLand Suns Baseball on YouTube Live. Luis Lamarche will lead off for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs, as we'll see how that inning affected Brandon Castle. He worked pretty quickly, only about 7 or 8 minutes on his inning. Then he sat for 20 minutes as his team hung a 3 spot, so we'll see if Castle is able to get back in his groove as he faces the 5-hole hitter for the Dogs. First pitch, strike.
Lamarche, the third baseman for the Dogs, started off hot, cooled off the last 2 games, batting .200 though on the season. Does have 2 RBIs and a couple runs scored. And he's gotten hit twice, so has a knack for getting on base, exactly what the Dogs need here.
0-1 pitch is popped up into moderate center field. Mark Townsend will track it, and the DeLand center fielder will make the catch. I should say, it looks like in center field is Dixon. They may have, like they put Dixon in center field. I just wrote that down wrong. Dixon makes the catch, and Townsend out in left field. There's 1 gone here in the inning to bring up the 6-hole hitter in Adarius Miles. Myers.
Myers, the right fielder for the Dogs. Played a little bit of left field in his time in high school. Powerful guy. Got a nice little leg kick as well.
The 0-1 delivery misses low and outside for a ball. Aces are wild. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Castle, 2 ground outs, a strikeout, and the fly out to center to go along with Cabrera's home run. 1 ball, 1 strike the count as the 1-1 delivery from Castle is right down Broadway for a strike, and the count moves to 1-2.
Myers with only 1 hit so far in 5 plate appearances. It's his second start of the early 2019 campaign.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count from Castle. The 1-2 delivery misses low and outside for a ball, and the count runs even at 2-2. Brandon Castle, a DeLand High School product, played his high school ball right down the road as the 2-2 pitch is a ground ball towards the shortstop. Omohundro with his 3rd assist in the first 5 outs of the game. And there's 2 gone in the second inning. DeLand got the first 2 last inning, then gave up the home run. We'll see if that was some kind of a trend as Cole Beaker will step in.
Cole Beaker started the season off in the 3-hole. Talked to him as he struggled so far this season. He said, not to look into it too much. Only 3 games played so far, but Beaker really wanted to find his stroke from the left side. A gap-to-gap hitter can provide a little pop as well.
First pitch of the at-bat. Good pitch, good break on that one as it started on the hip of Beaker and broke back onto the plate for a strike as the count begins 0-1 on the 7-hole hitter in Cole Beaker. Beaker, one of the Swarthmore guys on the roster for the Dogs, has good break on that one as well, but didn't quite break over the plate that time as the count runs even at 1-1.
Beaker said he really worked on trying to hit line drives the other way this past season. Ended up with 22 doubles. He said probably about more than half of them were to the opposite field.
The 1-1 pitch, that one back up the middle, but Castle puts the glove on it. Look what I found, says the Eckerd Triton, and the inning is over as Castle, we talked about what he might do with that long layoff. He comes back and gets a 1-2-3 inning against the Dogs as we head to the bottom of the second inning from DeLand. Your score, it's the DeLand Suns 3 and the Park Diamond Dogs 1 as you're watching DeLand Suns Baseball on Facebook Live. Omohundro led off the first. He'll lead off the second as the first pitch to him is right down Broadway for a strike as it starts the count on the shortstop 0-1 as McMahon got him looking to start last inning. The 0-1 delivery is a ground ball to his counterpart at short. Carinci comes up with it. His throw to first is in time, and Omohundro is set down to lead off the inning for the second inning in a row. There's one gone for Rodrigo Montenegro.
Big inning here for McMahon, like we talked about, through 45 pitches, I believe, if I'm correct, Ryan. last time out back in the first inning. If he can get a 1-2-3 here, kind of settle down, get some confidence back, get back into a mojo, still very much a ball game here, only down by 2.
Oh, first pitch of the at-bat bounced off the glove of the pitcher into the space right in front of the second base bag. The throw to first is not in time. It'll be an infield single for Rodrigo Montenegro. McMahon got a glove on it, but he got just too much glove on it. You get a little less glove, and one of your middle infielders might be able to get it. You get a little more, and you catch it yourself. He got just enough glove to get himself in trouble. It trickles into no man's land, and it's an infield single for Montenegro.
Yeah, both Maldonado and Carinci were trying to come up and make the play. Still a close play at first. Nice hustle by Carinci, but like you said, Ryan, just a little too much glove on that one to be able to make a nice play.
First pitch of the at-bat catches the inside corner for a strike to Mark Townsend, and the count is 0-1. Fifth hit of the game for the Suns as a group. All 5 have been singles from 5 different players. The 0-1 delivery is a breaking ball that just didn't break. Count misses upstairs 1-1 to Mark Townsend. Aces wild to the 3-hole hitting Townsend. The 1-1 delivery is a bouncing ball on the right side. That's through for a base hit. Montenegro will round second. He will stay there. A nice throw from right field from Myers will make it a smart decision for Montenegro to stay at second. 6th hit of the game for the Suns from 6 different players. It's first and second, 1 out for Tim Dixon.
McMahon got what he wanted there, Ryan, the ground ball, but just a nice piece of hitting there. Put it between first and second. Nothing the Dogs could do to get to that one. Good job by Myers getting it in quickly.
7th hit of the season by Mark Townsend. That leads the Suns. Tim Dixon, the incoming Little Rock product after 2 years at Seminole State, will take a first pitch breaking ball upstairs for ball 1 as the count on Dixon begins 1-0. 3-1 Suns on top of the Dogs. Bottom of the second inning from Melching Field as the 1-0 delivery is in there on the outside corner for a strike, and aces are wild to Dixon 1-1.
McMahon still looking for the ground ball here. Still double play in effect. Force out at first, second, and third. See what he does.
1-1 pitch fouled off up and over the screen Dixon, and the count is 1-2. As this next pitch will be the 55th of the game for Drew McMahon. And if he doesn't get a quick inning here, he may only be able to go 3 or 4 innings, especially early in the summer. Coaches are usually going to be a little quicker on the hook as he misses on the 1-1 delivery in the count, 1-2 delivery, I should say, to run the count to 2-2.
Dogs have a right-hander starting to stretch out there in the bullpen. Can't quite tell who it is, but like you said, Ryan, Coach Iwana might have an early hook here for the right-hander.
2-2 pitch is going to get away from the catcher. The throw will come down to second. It is in time. It was a late break there by the runner in Townsend as he tried to go once Montenegro broke. By that time, the ball had already been collected by the catcher Cabrera. He easily throws out Townsend for the second out, although Montenegro is able to move up to third.
Heads-up play there by Cabrera behind the plate. Knew he didn't have to play at third. Took an opportunity there, and 2 gone here, but the runner at third, DeLand still threatening.
Runner on third, 2 outs, a full count at 2. Tim Dixon at the plate. He singled to start the rally last inning. Would love to get a run on the board here as he bounces one to the right side of the infield. It is glove. It's going to be a close play at first. He's out. Just able to get there was McMahon to beat Tim Dixon. A nice play made by the first baseman in Beaker to get to that one, and barely beating Dixon to the bag was McMahon to end the inning.
A nice play by McMahon. Had to range over pretty quick. That's why they do that PFP all spring long to get ready for plays like that.
Suns get a runner to third but cannot score as we go to the top of the third inning from Melching Field. It's DeLand 3, Winter Park 1 as you're watching DeLand Suns Baseball on YouTube Live. Colson Hebel will lead things off for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs in the top half of inning number 3. It'll be Hebel, Maldonado, and back to the top of the order, and Foytno, as Brandon Castle's first pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-0. 3-1 Suns, top of the third inning. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside for a ball.
Big thing here for the Dogs. Try to get something going. Try not to go down 1-2-3 at least. See if they can work this pitch count, because they don't want to send the guy right back out there in McMahon without too long of a breather.
The 2-0 pitch from Castle. Big swing and a miss from Hebel. Runs the count to 2-1.
Hebel, the second baseman out of Swarthmore, the third and final teammate that we've discussed so far from Swarthmore, as all three guys came down here to the Florida area for some sunshine and baseball this summer.
2-1 pitch, catches the outside corner for a strike, and just like that, back to even goes the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 other games in the Florida League tonight. One of them is under a rain delay right now. That's out at Pat Thomas Stadium in Leesburg between the Lightning and the Rats, as the 2-2 pitch misses low and inside. They are already in the top of the 5th inning in Sanford, as Winter Garden has a 3-2 lead over Seminole County. And again, Sanford and Leesburg currently delayed due to adverse weather conditions up in Leesburg. Suns will make their first trip there Friday as the middle game of a 3-game series. The 3-2 delivery fouled off by the 8-hole hitting Hebel, and the count is still 3-2. They're just about to get underway in Leesburg.
Full count here for Hebel. Important for him to not to chase. Said last night he chased some pitches and either beat it right into the dirt or was down swinging. Wanted to change that.
3-2, low and inside, ball 4. And the first actual base runner of the game for the Dogs. First time they've actually had someone attempt to run the bases, as Luis Cabrera got on via a home run back in the first inning. It brings up the 9-hole hitting second baseman in Zeke Maldonado.
See what the Dogs can manufacture here. Chuck Shaw likes Maldonado in that 9-hole, almost a second leadoff hitter. Can kind of keep the lineup going as we flip the lineup card here with the next batter.
Maldonado 0 for his first 4 on the season, as he fouls that one off to start the count 0-1, but has drawn 4 free passes, 3 walks, and a hit by pitch. The Diamond Dogs, you look at their batting average as a team coming in only hitting .239 and think, surprising that they won 3 games, and then you look, they drew 21 walks in 3 games, and were hit by another 2 pitches, as pickoff throw to first is not in time.
Earned a lot of free passes this past week in the opening series against Seminole County. Chuck Shaw said last night they didn't hit like they wanted to, only registered 2 hits, but still came out with the win. And he said sometimes you're going to win like that, but better often not, you're going to have to hit the ball, something they're going to have to get to come back tonight.
Castle's 0-1 will miss outside for a ball to even the count at 1-1 on Maldonado. Suns lead 3-1, top of the third inning from Melching Field, as the lights are on here in DeLand. Still some daylight out as another throw to first base. Burke tried to apply a swipe tag, but well in time was Hebel, the DH. Did not attempt to steal a base in his first 2 games of the season. One ball, 1 strike is the count. Castle checks the runner at first and deals the 1-1 pitch. It is outside. It bounces out of the glove of Montenegro, but right in front of him, no advancement from Hebel as the count moves to 2-1.
Good hitters count here from Maldonado. Struggling so far, has it still not registered a hit in the Diamond Dogs uniform, but see what he can do here.
The 2-1 pitch misses low and outside for a ball. And Castle starting to labor a little bit with his control. He walked Hebel, and he's down 3 balls and a strike to Maldonado, as Winter Park looking to rally here against the Suns, as DeLand holds a 3-1 lead, but the count at the plate is 3-1. Castle will throw over to first base. Burke has to stretch off the bag to retrieve the throw, and we'll have another 3-1 pitch coming from the DeLand native in Brandon Castle.
Like Ryan said pregame, Castle's second appearance of the season so far, this young season, only game number 4 for both of these teams.
The 3-1 from Castle, low and inside, ball 4. So the first 2 runners of the inning have reached on walks. And it's first and second with nobody out for the leadoff hitter in Jason Foytno.
Foytno coming in here after 2 successful seasons at Gordon State in Barnesville, Georgia, the junior college standout. He batted over 300 combined in both seasons. Good year for the rising junior outfielder. Will be playing his ball at West Georgia over in Carrollton in the 2020 season. Said he's excited to get started, Ryan, and one thing he wanted to work on was making that consistent contact. He struggled a little bit with keeping the ball and putting it in the air, and with a guy with wheels, you got to make your money by keeping it on the ground.
Left-handed action is up in the bullpen for the DeLand Suns. It looks to be the Atlantic Sun Freshman of the Year and weekend starter for the Stetson Hatters in Daniel Perrette. He is warming up in the pen for the Suns. Wonder how quick of a leash they would have to go to Perrette after Castle. First pitch of the at-bat. A bunt is shown. It's going to get away from the catcher. Everybody moves up 90 feet. And runners are on second and third after the wild pitch. Hebel to third, Maldonado to second, and the tying run sits on second with nobody out, and a 1-0 count on Foytno.
Dawgs catch a break there. Now it's just going to take a ground ball up the middle to try to chip into this 2-run lead the Suns have.
Big opportunity here, and if you're Castle, got to start coming back to the plate. The 1-0 pitch bounces in for a ball. It's now 2-0.
Coming off 2 straight walks, you got to know that Foytno's going to be really selective here. It's going to have to be a perfect pitch for him to lift that bat off his shoulders. I almost make him throw you 2 strikes before you do it.
2 balls, no strikes the count. Set from the stretch is the left-hander in Castle. The 2-0 delivery, swing and a miss. Surprised he offered at that 2-0 pitch, especially given that it might have been a bit outside, but the count on Foytno is 2-1.
Yeah, Foytno fooled there on the off-speed pitch, like Ryan said, on the outside. Waved and missed at that one. 2-1, still good hitters count for the center fielder.
2 balls, 1 strike the count. Set from the stretch is the left-hander Castle, and time is called.
Opportunity here for Foytno to chip in or tie it.
And the 2-1 pitch up and away for a ball. And the count is 3 balls and a strike on the leadoff hitter Foytno as Castle looks to avoid walking the bases loaded here in the third. 3-1 the count as set from the stretch of the 3-1 pitch. In there at the knees for a strike. Castle went with his breaking ball and found the zone as the count has filled to the leadoff hitter. It's 3-2 with runners on second and third.
For Foytno here, he's still got to come after you. Still has got to give you a good pitch to hit.
3-2 pitch. In there, strike 3. Brandon Castle gets a big-time strikeout to get the leadoff hitter in Foytno. And there's 1 gone here in the third inning to bring up the shortstop in Daniel Carinci.
Foytno didn't agree with that call. You saw he tried to check his swing on that. It was a called strike 3 anyway. Bring up Carinci, arguably the hottest hitter here for the Dogs early on in the season.
First pitch of the at-bat. Castle with a little bit of confidence now throws one over the plate for a strike and starts the count on Carinci 0-1. First of a 2-game series between these two teams that will both be played here at Melching Field. There is a lone solo game in there somewhere this summer. That essentially is the 3rd game of this series. The pitch misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Carinci, a selective hitter, the shortstop out of Alabama. Saw limited action this past year with the Tide. Originally from Canada.
1-1 pitch is going to get the run in as a bouncing ball is unable to be handled by Omohundro at short. It'll be an RBI, but reaching on the air is the 2-hole hitter Carinci. Winter Park gets their 2nd run of the game. The Dogs are within 1. It's 3-2 with runners at the corners and 1 out for the man that homered his first time up in Luis Cabrera.
Yeah, you put the ball in play on the ground, good things typically happen. We saw that with the Suns in their home half of the first, and right here, Corinci does a good job just putting in play, making the defense work.
That might be it for Brandon Castle. Indeed, it will. It's Daniel Perrette time for the DeLand Suns, as the A-Sun Freshman of the Year will take the mound at home. 1 out, runners at the corners. Suns lead 3-2. The Atlantic Sun Conference's Freshman of the Year, Daniel Perrette, will deal this first pitch in a Suns uniform. He throws a fastball that is logged at 89 miles an hour. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0 to the three-hole hitting Luis Cabrera.
Yeah, Cabrera with the home run last time out. He's got an opportunity here. Runners at the corners, one gone, do some damage for the Dawgs.
Perrette gets the swing and a miss at 87 miles an hour. Count even, 1-1 on Cabrera as the Suns go with the debut of Daniel Perrette. And we've mentioned his accolade, but he was phenomenal. For Stetson this year, he became one of their best starting pitchers, as he'll step off the rubber briefly. Threw a bunch of innings for the Stetson Hatters this year. Logged 94 2/3 innings, allowed 74 hits with 102 strikeouts. The 1-1 is right down Broadway. That logged at 90 miles an hour from Perrette, and the count is 1-2. 102 strikeouts. Opposing hitters hit 219 against him. He went 5-4 with a 3.61 earned run average. That one fouled straight back to the screen, 88 miles an hour as Perrette. He's not messing around. He's gone fastball, 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 fastball as the count is 1-2.
Yeah, coming right after the Dawgs slugger in Cabrera. 1-2 count. Still sit the fastball here, be ready to adjust.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. As the lefty Perrette will come set from the stretch. His 1-2 delivery. Foul back to the screen again. That one at 88 miles an hour keeps the count at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes with runners at the corners and 1 out in the frame. 2 walks and an error have put runners on for the Dawgs. A strikeout to Foytno representing the 1 out on the board, as checking both runners and getting his sign is Daniel Perrette. He'll step off the rubber. Perrette played his high school baseball down in the Miami area for one of the best programs in the state of Florida in the past couple of years, Archbishop McCarthy High School in South Florida. As the 1-2 from Perrette bounces in for a ball, a runner will take off. The throw will come down to second. He is out at second base. Rodrigo Montenegro continues to throw people out. It is the fourth time this season that Montenegro has thrown out a runner. Maldonado did not try to score, so Carinci is out for the second out. Maldonado stays at second, and it's deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, as Perrette looks to get out of the inning with the lead intact. Bouncing ball to short. Omohundro will grab it. His throw to first is in time, and Perrette does just that. He gets out of trouble in the inning. 1 run scores, 1 run left on third. We head to the bottom of the third inning. It's DeLand 3, Winter Park 2 as you're watching DeLand Suns Baseball on YouTube Live. Joe Burke will lead off the bottom of the third inning as he takes a strike to start the count 0-1. The Suns lead it 3-2 on top of the Winter Park Diamond Dogs, as McMahon will have a bouncing ball towards the shortstop, gloved by Carinci, whose throw to first is in time. Burke put out on the ground out. He's 1 for 2 today, and there's 1 gone in the third for Garrett Wallace.
McMahon did this last time out. In fact, Ryan, the first 3 innings, he's able to get the leadoff hitter. Now, let's see what he can do here, though. See if he can change his fortunes. Last inning, he had a good one. See if he can get some back-to-back shutdown innings, get the Dogs back in the dugout.
Second straight inning, in fact, that he's gotten the leadoff batter on a ground out to short. Omohundro did the same thing, as the first pitch to Garrett Wallace misses low for a ball to start the count 1-0. Wallace, an RBI single back in the first inning, part of those 3 straight RBI singles that had the Suns on top 3-1. It's now 3-2 as Wallace takes a pitch low and outside for a ball, as action is underway in the bullpen for the Dogs. Appears to be of the right-handed variety, as the 2-0 delivery to Wallace is another bouncing ball to short. It's been a theme for both teams today, as the grounder is fielded by Carinci. His throw is in time, and there's 2 gone here in the third inning to bring up Alan Alonso.
Yeah, Carinci getting his work cut out for him, Ryan. Both shortstops are here tonight.
Alonso had the final of DeLand's 3 straight RBI singles in the first inning. Everyone that singled in the first inning has been put out thus far. Dixon, Burke, and Wallace. Alonso, the final of those 4 straight singles. Dixon extended the inning. The last 3 all drove in runs as Alonso swings and misses at a fastball from McMahon, and the count starts 0-1. Looks to be number 30 warming up for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs. That's Alec Condon. As that pitch in the zone for a strike, 0-2 to Alan Alonso, a right-hander out of Cleveland State. That's Cleveland State in Tennessee.
Condon is yet to appear for the Dogs, and it looks like Jordan DeLucia warming up on the other side as well.
The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed on a nice 73-mile-an-hour breaking ball from McMahon, and he has his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. We're a third of the way home in DeLand with your score. It's the DeLand Suns 3 and the Winter Park Diamond Dogs 2 as you're watching DeLand Suns Baseball on YouTube Live. Luke Reedy will lead things off against Daniel Perrette for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs. It's 3-2 Suns as Perrette's first pitch misses low and outside 1-0, 87 miles an hour on that one from Perrette as the count starts 1-0. A 1-0 delivery from Perrette, that one right down the middle. Took a little bit off that one at 85 with some movement as the count is even at 1-1.
Perrette working quickly, Ryan, throwing strikes as well. One thing you want to see coming out of the bullpen.
1-1 pitch, misses a little bit inside on a breaking ball as the count runs to 2-1 on Luke Reedy as DeLand holding a 3-2 lead on top of Winter Park. Slow roller to the left side of the infield. It's the third baseman that collects it. Throw across the diamond from Garrett Wallace is in time. And there's one away as Wallace cut in front of Omohundro but had the angle to make the throw. And there's one gone in the frame for the 5-hole hitter in Luis LaMarche. LaMarche flying out to Tim Dixon in center field his first time up. That back for the first out of the second inning. Perrette misses low and outside 88 miles an hour. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 away here in the top of the fourth inning. Suns leading 3-2 as the 1-0 from Perrette. Bouncing ball back up the middle. Omohundro will get it behind the bag. And on the run, Omohundro makes the play. And there's 2 gone here in the fourth. 3 up, 3 down, 3 ground outs for Daniel Perrette. Brings up Adarius Myers.
Dogs trying to avoid the 1-2-3 inning. Got to imagine, Ryan, that they might go to the bullpen here for the fourth. He's up there in the McMahon up there in the 60s in the pitch count so far.
Up at 65 is the first pitch from Perrette. 86 miles an hour down Broadway for a strike, 0-1. Suns leading it 3-2. As the 0-1 from Daniel Perrette, big swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2 to the right fielder for the Dogs. Bell, Fornari, Omohundro. 8-9-1 will hit for DeLand in the bottom half of the fourth inning. The 0-2 delivery is a chopper. Make it 4 up, 4 down, 4 ground outs for Daniel Perrette as he flips it over to Burke for out number 3. Perrette rolling. We're through 3.5 in DeLand with your score. It's the Suns 3, the Dogs 2, as you're watching Florida League Baseball on YouTube Live. The bottom of the fourth inning will yield a new pitcher. For the Winter Park Diamond Dogs, a right-hander out of Cleveland State Community College in the volunteer state of Tennessee, he is Alec Condon, as he'll face Bell, Fornari, and Omohundro.
Condon, the 6'1", 220-pound right-hander, features a pretty hard fastball and a good slider as well. We'll see what he goes with here.
First pitch, he throws it hard, but it's high and away for a ball 1-0. He is a native of St. Cloud, Florida, and St. Cloud High School. Did not pitch this year at Cleveland State. He's a junior college in Tennessee. The Cougars of Cleveland State, not to be confused with the Division I Vikings, is the 1-0 pitch up and away to Robert Bell. The count is 2 balls and no strikes on the designated hitter in the Suns order.
Bell was one of 2 casualties of getting hit by a pitch back in that long first inning that the Suns had where they put a crooked number 3 up.
Big swing and a miss on a 2-0 delivery as Bell was ahead of the pitch from Condon, and the count 2-1.
Ever since that big first inning, the Suns have had some trouble manufacturing some base runners. See what Condon can do here.
The 2-1 delivery to Bell, high and away, ball 3. That's where pretty much everything is missed thus far for Condon, is not finishing on his delivery, missing high and away, as the count is 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, your count. As set from the stretch, the right-hander Condon. He deals the 3-1 pitch. He again gets Bell ahead of it, and the count runs full, 3-2. Right-handed action is up in the DeLand bullpen. Not unexpected, as mentioned earlier, Perrette threw almost 100 innings in school, so especially after about a week or so of not throwing after the end of the Stetson season, you're going to ease him back in to his longer outings as the 3-2 delivery, up and away, ball 4. And aboard is Robert Bell for the second time today. He is DeLand's first leadoff base runner. He stands on first for Hunter Fornari.
Condon a little bit upset with himself there coming out of the bullpen. He wanted to throw some strikes, unable to. Walks the leadoff batter. This is where the Dogs find themselves in trouble. Typically when your guy comes in, walks the leadoff batter, not a good sign. See if we can get a ground ball here up the middle and get a nice double play and erase that walk.
Hunter Fornari digs in from the right side. Righty versus righty is the first pitch. Up and away again. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 on Hunter Fornari after a fly out to center. His first time up. The 1-0 in there for a strike in the inner half. And the count is 1-1.
Condon trying to attack these hitters. First appearance on the season for the Dogs, and like Ryan said, didn't appear at all at Cleveland State Community College.
The 1-1 pitch from Condon. Big breaking ball that doesn't break in time. And the count starts and moves to 2 balls and a strike on the 9-hole hitter in Fornari. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Condon's 2-1 pitch, low and outside. It's actually going to get away from the catcher. Ahead to second base goes Robert Bell. And the Suns have a runner on second with nobody out on the wild pitch.
Cabrera couldn't hang on to that one as it rolled all the way back, allowing the runner to get into scoring position now. The force out taken away. Whole new game plan here for Fornari if he can either walk or get a ground ball right side to advance the runner and do his job.
Wouldn't be surprised at all to see Fornari take this pitch unless it is grooved to him. Condon's 3-1 delivery is not grooved. It's out of well over the other batter's box. It's back-to-back walks for Condon, and there's runners on first and second, and you wonder if the Suns might try to play a little small ball here as Jeff Omohundro had a phenomenal first 2 games of the season, but he was 0 for 5 last game and has started 0 for 2 today. Maybe see if you can make something happen with a bunt here from Omohundro.
And as we speak, Will Bransima, the lefty from Theo College, heading out to the bullpen to loosen up for the Dogs. Not want to take any chances is pitching coach Jim Newland.
Back pick to second is actually going to hit either the foot or the bag as Bell retreats. First pitch missed inside to Omohundro, 1-0. Omohundro did not show bunt there. So the Suns trying to break this game back open a little bit. First and second, nobody out. The 1-0 delivery is a chopper on the left side of the infield. It is going to be bobbled. There's still a play to be made. It is. Nice job staying with it there by the Dogs, but it does the job of a bunt. It moves Bell to third, Fornari to second with 1 out for Rodrigo Montenegro.
Yeah, that'll work as a sacrifice bunt. Now, interesting situation here is Chuck Shaw elect to bring the corners in or the infield in to try to limit any runs. Offense has been at a premium here for the Dogs. Don't want to get too far behind. Manageable here, still only down by 1, but runners at second, third, 1 gone.
Got to think that's exactly what they're going to do. They do bring the corners in upstairs for a ball. Surprising they're not bringing the middle infield in. It would make sense if there was a runner on first and a double play ball, but they're keeping those 2 guys back probably to say, hey, we're going to make sure something doesn't trickle through for a 2-run single. 1-0 to Montenegro is over the plate for a strike, and aces are wild to Rodrigo Montenegro. There's a ball, a strike, and an out.
Condon here trying to bear down. They got a lefty in the bullpen, like we said. Bransima up for the Dogs.
1-1 is going to go all the way to the backstop, but that one went so up and away that it kicked back with enough velocity that no attempt to come home was made by Robert Bell, and the count is 2-1 now on Montenegro.
Yeah, that one missed pretty badly, Ryan. It almost looked like it might have slipped out of the hand of the big right-hander. Like I said, kicked off that back wall so far, nobody could advance.
2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 is a bouncing ball to the first baseman. The throw will come to the plate. He is out at home. So not a great read there from Bell as they tried to score on the bouncing ball. An easy throw from Beeker to Cabrera. A fielder's choice puts Montenegro on. Fornari moved up to third, but Bell is out at the plate for the second out to bring up Mark Townsend.
Heads-up play there by the first baseman. Beaker is playing in on the grass, fields it cleanly, takes his time, and delivers a strike to the catcher Cabrera, who applies the tag. Opportunity here for Condon to work in and out of his own jam here. He's got runners to the corners, force out still in play, trying to get that ground ball.
Would not be surprised to see Montenegro get in motion here and force the Dogs into a decision of whether or not to throw down, with Fornari standing at third. Mark Townsend will foul off the first pitch he sees and start the count 0-1. No balls, one strike the count. On the 3-hole hitting Mark Townsend, he was a strikeout victim in the first inning, singled, and was caught stealing in the second. The 0-1 delivery, fouled off again by Townsend over towards the Winter Park dugout. It will kick towards first base coach Jason Umberger as the count on Townsend runs to 0-2.
Condon breaking off that looping curveball, big looping curveball around 67 miles an hour. He'll come back with about a low 80s, mid 80s fastball. He's got him 0-2 here. Attack the hitter. Might see something out of the zone to see if he can get Townsend to chase.
No balls, 2 strikes to Townsend. The 0-2 pitch is low and inside for a ball. Good stop made behind the plate by Cabrera as the count moves to 1-2.
Good pitch there by Condon. You just went inside on him and he fouled that one off. Go right back to the same place, but nice heads-up job there by Townsend, reading the pitch and laying off.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Checking the runner is the pitcher in Condon. He looks over his shoulder, deals the 1-2. That one is going to get to the backstop. Digging for the plate and scoring from third base is Hunter Fornari. The wild pitch gets the DeLand Suns their 4th run of the ball game. It's 4-2 Suns here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Montenegro moves up to second for a 2-2 pitch to Townsend.
Yeah, that's tough on Condon right there. He had him 1-2 and just skipped that one to the plate. Nothing really Cabrera could do to get in front of it. Not a lot of reaction time, and good speed there by Fornari. Gives the Suns their 4th run of the game and extending that lead, giving themselves some breathing room.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, the 2-2 breaking ball. In there, strike 3. Townsend watches a big looping breaking ball drop in, and the inning is over, but not before 2 walks come back to hurt the Dogs as Fornari scores on the wild pitch as we head to the top of inning number 5 from DeLand. With your score, it's the DeLand Suns 4, the Winter Park Diamond Dogs 2. 4 up, 4 down, 4 ground outs for Daniel Perrette. He's done. As we mentioned, the Suns being careful with Perrette early on, given that he threw 95 innings at Stetson. They'll turn to a Winthrop Eagle in Tyler Jones, one of 3 Winthrop products on the team this year, as his first pitch comes in at 85 miles an hour and fouled back to the screen by Cole Beaker. It's 0-1.
Beaker looking for something to hit here, trying to catch fire. Struggled as of late. Was named to the NCAA Division III All-American team out of Swarthmore, batted over 350.
That pitch in there for a strike, 0-2.
Talked to Chuck Shaw, said it's just a matter of him getting in the groove of things. He's been seeing the ball well, BP, but obviously there's a big difference between hitting under the turtle and then under the lights here tonight.
The 0-2 pitch from Tyler Jones, foul back to the screen, and the count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Cole Beaker. Suns leading 4-2. They scored 3 in the first, 1 in the fourth. Winter Park scored 1 in the first and 1 in the third, as the 0-2 from Jones is just off the plate for a ball, running the count to 1-2.
Yeah, good eye there by Beaker. You could tell he wanted to offer that one, watching it all the way in. Good setup pitch on the outside corner.
The 1-2 delivery, low and inside for a ball. And the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jones, the right-hander, out of Winthrop. Might be called upon to throw a couple of innings here for DeLand, as the 2-2 delivery is a ground ball towards second. A little olay there from the second baseman Fornari, is like he almost tripped there and wound up playing it off his hip, but no problem. 1 gone here in the 5th inning for Colson Hebel.
Hebel walked and scored his last time up, providing that second run for the Dogs back in the 3rd inning. See what he can do here. He's got 1 gone, nobody out. For the second baseman, the utility infielder, he's DHing tonight from Swarthmore.
Top of the 5th inning, 4-2 Suns, as the first pitch is fouled off by Hebel. 1 ball and, I should say, no strikes, no balls, 1 strike on Colson Hebel. 4 straight groundouts from Perrette, and now a 5th straight from Jones. A breaking ball in there at the knees for a strike, and ahead in the count is 0-2. Bottom of the 5th inning, Suns will send the heart of the order, 4, 5, 6, Dixon, Burke, and Wallace. The 0-2 pitch from the right-hander in Jones is swung on and missed, strike 3. So the streak of 5 straight groundouts ends, but in a way that is appeasable to the Suns. It's a strikeout from Tyler Jones, and there's 2 gone here in the 5th for Zeke Maldonado.
Yeah, tough pitch there for Hebel to handle there, as it just was bearing in on him. Probably would have sawed him off if he would have made contact. Good pitch. That'll bring up Maldonado, the second baseman for the Dogs.
He fouls one off, 0-1. 14 consecutive Dogs have come to the plate without recording a hit. 3 of them have reached, 2 walks and an error. But only 1 hit on the game for the Dogs, and that one left the yard. That one will carry into right field. Alan Alonso has a beat on it. He backpedals a couple of steps and is there to make the play. Just the second flyout of the inning, of the game, but it registers the second straight. 1-2-3 inning. In fact, all 3 DeLand pitchers today have recorded a 1-2-3 inning. Castle in the second, Perrette in the 4th, and now Jones in the 5th as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning in DeLand. With your score, the Suns 4, the Dogs 2, as you're watching DeLand Suns Baseball on YouTube Live. Bottom of the fifth inning, it's Tim Dixon, Joe Burke, and Garrett Wallace to hit against the new pitcher for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs. They go to a left-hander in William Bransima out of Thiel College, the Division III program in Greenville, Pennsylvania. 1-0 pitch is ripped down the third base line, backhanded at third by LaMarche. His throw will bounce, but it's picked off the dirt by Beaker, and there's one gone in the fifth inning on the ground out to bring up Joe Burke.
Last time out, Bransima pitched on Sunday afternoon. Struggled a little bit in two-thirds of an inning. Had 5 walks, Ryan, and allowed 3 earned runs. And obviously, as a reliever, when that happens right there, you're going to have an inflated ERA, as he has an ERA of 40.5 right now. But as we get along in the season, that's going to have to come down.
Throwing strikes early in this outing, at least on first batters. He does miss on his first pitch to Joe Burke. 1 ball and no strikes. Suns with the advantage. 4-2 in the bottom of the fifth inning as the 1-0 delivery is in there at the knees for a strike, and the count on Joe Burke is even 1-1. We'll be right back here tomorrow night. Same time, same channel here on YouTube Live, as the 1-1 pitch to Joe Burke is again down the third base line, picked off the dirt by LaMarche, and that time much simpler as he throws to first for the second out. 2 gone for Garrett Wallace. We'll be right back here, as you mentioned, tomorrow night for the back half of this 2-day series. For the DeLand Suns, they will go with the opening day starter Hudson Widrig, while the Diamond Dogs will counter with the Rollins Tar in Tate Stone Fresina. First pitch of the at-bat misses low and outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Fresina on the mound tomorrow. He got the opening night nod against Seminole County. Went 3 innings, only allowed 1 hit, and looked in pretty good fashion. Was throwing strikes as well. Did issue 2 walks, but that was later on in the outing.
Slow rolling ground ball towards second, collected by Maldonado. His throw to first is in time, and a nice 1-2-3 inning on ground outs worked by Bransima as we head to the top of the 6th inning with your score. It's DeLand 4, Winter Park 2. First pitch of the at-bat from Tyler Jones is right down Broadway for a strike. Starts the count 0-1. Jones quickly into the motion, his 0-1 delivery, a shot into right field, a base hit. Alonso will come up with it and toss it back in to the infield. But the first hit for the Dogs since the first inning comes to Jason Foytno. He stands on first with nobody out for Daniel Carinci.
That's big for the Dogs here. They've really been unable to manufacture any type of offense other than the home run by Luis Cabrera back in the first inning. But Foytno, like you said, like Ryan said, the first hit since the first inning, only 2 hits so far in this contest for Winter Park.
Runner on first, nobody out for Daniel Carinci as Tyler Jones, the Winthrop Eagle, deals his first pitch of the at-bat. It is a wild pitch. Montenegro couldn't handle it. Ahead to second goes Jason Foytno. Count starts 1-0 on Carinci. As the Suns trying to hang on to a 4-2 lead with the count 1-0.
Foytno's got some speed. You saw him dancing out there on the base pass, but like Ryan pointed out before we started the broadcast, Montenegro has a cannon of an arm, has been eliminating base runners at a premium so far.
Throw down to third. He is out at third base. A swing and a miss swing that went right back into the catcher's glove. They tried to take off for third. Foytno is thrown out, and there's one gone. Rodrigo Montenegro keeps just throwing darts on the base paths. That's the fifth runner he's thrown out this year. The count is 1-1 on Carinci.
Yeah, with really not being able to manufacture offense. Questionable call there, honestly. You had the runner in scoring position, Ryan, and they elect to go for the steal, kind of running themselves out of the inning almost.
Foul ball on the 1-1 pitch runs the count to 1-2.
Dogs looking to reset now after getting the leadoff base hit and the wild pitch. Now it's going to be nobody on, in fact, one gone here for Carinci. Interesting story. Carinci's uncle played 10 seasons Canadian Football League, as Carinci himself quite the football star in high school.
1-2 pitch inside for a ball and runs the count to 2-2. See, if I guess what team is that he played for, I'd have a pretty decent chance if I guessed the Rough Riders, because I think there's about 7 different teams called the Rough Riders in the Canadian Football League. 2-2 pitch runs low for a ball, 3-2.
Yeah, seems about right. I talked to him about it. He said, parents never pushed him to play any sport, but just baseball took over once he figured out he could continue to play. Was rated the number 3 overall prospect in Ontario coming out of his senior season.
Blooper into shallow right field could be trouble, but it'll be foul, as we'll do another 3-2 pitch. The guess of Rough Riders wouldn't be correct. He played 5 years for the Toronto Argonauts and 5 years for the British Columbia Lions, now just referred to as the BC Lions. Did play his college ball at Maryland for the Terrapins.
Quite the pedigree for Carinci now. Playing at Alabama. Saw some limited action, like we said, late in the season. Had a few appearances against Georgia in the last series of conference.
The 3-2 pitch from Jones. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jones punches out Carinci, and there's 2 gone here in the 6th inning for the catcher Luis Cabrera.
And that's got to hurt if the Diamond Dogs right there. You had a situation where you had a runner on second, nobody out. They elect a run where Foytno thought he had the opportunity to try to catch the Suns napping, but instead now it's 2 gone with Cabrera up to bat.
2 away here in the top of the 6th inning as Jones into the motion. He'll deal his first pitch of the at-bat, a breaking ball, misses low and inside, and starts the count on Luis Cabrera at 1-0.
Credit the Suns pitching. They've come in and thrown some strikes. A little hiccup there in the third, but for the most part been dealing.
1-0 pitch right down Broadway in the inner half of the zone to even the count on Cabrera at 1-1. Suns bullpen has been very good thus far. As you mentioned, the 1-1 breaking ball comes inside for a ball, and the count is 2-1. Perrette went 4 up, 4 down. Now Jones is retired for the 5 that he's faced, and the one that he didn't was put out on the base paths. The 2-1 delivery outside for a ball, and the count is 3-1.
Cabrera homered in the first inning with a towering fly ball to left field that cleared the left field fence. And then grounded out to shortstop back in the third, looking to get a little two-out rally here going for the Dogs.
3-1 pitch, big swing fouled off by Cabrera, and the count runs full to the Dogs catcher, who has a homer and a ground out to his name today.
Reedy would be next, and you got to think the Dogs want to extend this inning. They've gone down 1-2-3 in the past two. Back in the fourth, went 1-2-3 with Reedy, LaMarche, and Myers, and the same in the fifth.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch coming from the right-hander Tyler Jones. The 3-2 pitch is just off the plate for ball 4. Suns thought they had the third out of the inning, but instead Cabrera is aboard, and the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Luke Reedy.
Reedy obviously homered on the opening night on Saturday. Looking to get something going here with Cabrera at first. Dogs haven't been able to really manufacture any offense so far.
First pitch bounces in for a ball, starts the count 1-0.
Reedy, the local product from Rollins College. A doubles machine there. They call it the Reedy Special. Can spray it to both sides of the park. Let's see if he can hit one in the alley here.
Jones comes inside on the 1-0 delivery, but a bit too far inside as the count on Luke Reedy comes to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, your count. A gaze from Tyler Jones. He deals the 2-0 delivery, fouled off on the 2-0, and the count moves to 2-1.
Still good hitters count here for the Dogs left fielder. He started every game so far for Winter Park. Provided some good defense as well. Had a nice sliding grab in Sunday afternoon's contest over against the Scorpions.
2 balls, 1 strike the count from Tyler Jones. As the 2-1 will have the runner go. Pitch is low. Montenegro's throw down is in time. Montenegro does it again. Rodrigo Montenegro has just dominated the base paths. He throws out another runner trying to steal, and the inning is over. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Suns still lead it 4-2. First pitch to Alan Alonso, taken for a strike, 0-1, as the lefty's 0-1 delivery is bounced foul down the third base side, and Alonso finds himself down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Second inning of work on the mound as the 0-2 delivery to Alan Alonso is lifted in left field. That's going to be down for at least 1 base. Alonso will round first base. He will dig for second. Alonso is going to be in as he slides into second base. It's a leadoff double for the third-year DeLand son in Alan Alonso. He's on second with nobody out for Robert Bell.
Nice piece of hitting there by Alonso. Honestly, that's about the hardest hit ball we've seen all night other than the home run. One of the few that's reached the outfield. Still only 9 combined hits by both teams. 7 for the Suns, only 2 for the Dogs.
Nice double there from Alonso. 7th hit of the game for the Suns. They only lead it 4-2 as Bell will line one into left field. That ball will be caught. Now off of second is Alonso, and he is out. Alonso got too far off the bag, and he is doubled off of second. So score that in F9 and then the double play. And there's just like that 2 gone in the inning to bring up Hunter Fornari.
Heads-up play there by Reedy. He was able to recognize, make the catch, gather himself. Nice job by Maldonado out there at second, stretching out for the grab. And that's big there for Bransima. He worked a nice inning back in the 5th. Trying to get done here in the 6th, too.
First pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Hunter Fornari, a fly out in the first inning and a walk in the 4th. As the 1-0 pitch is lifted into right field, giving it a chase is Myers. He's there to make the catch, and the inning is over. The Suns get a leadoff double, but a double play erases it. A quick 6th inning worked by the Dogs. We're heading to the backstretch with the Suns on top, 4-2. First pitch of the inning from Tyler Jones is into right center field, a base hit by Luke Reedy. He was at the plate when Montenegro threw out his 3rd runner of the game, and just like that, the tying run comes to the plate.
Yeah, Reedy gets the fresh count. That might be what he needed. Only 2 hits so far on the summer campaign for the Rollins Tar. Dogs got an opportunity here. Still only down by 2 as we get late in this game.
Top of the 7th inning, Tyler Jones on for his 3rd inning of work as he throws a fastball 84 miles an hour past Luis Lamarche as the count starts at no balls and a strike.
I know some of these guys might think they have some speed, but if I see another dog take off for second, I'm going to have to pull my hair out, Ryan.
Montenegro has just dominated the base paths making a message to the Florida League, don't run on him. Breaking ball, good pitch there from Jones in the zone for a strike, 0-2.
A quick hole here for LaMarche. See what he can do. 0-2, just try to battle here, work the count. Dogs need base runners.
Double play depth up the middle for the DeLand middle infield of Omohundro and Fornari. Jones deals the 0-2. Time was called right before Jones came to the plate. He'll have to reset, and another 0-2 pitch will come.
Yeah, late time call there granted by the home plate umpire.
No balls, 2 strikes from Jones. He deals the 0-2 pitch. It is low. Montenegro thought about a back pick, but didn't come up with it cleanly, so the count starts 1-2. Runner on first, tying run at the plate for Winter Park. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the 5-hole hitter Luis LaMarche. The 1-2 from Jones is a ground ball down the third base line. Great stop. The throw will come to second. He is out at second. What a play by Garrett Wallace down the line. And then what a stretch from Hunter Fornari. That's about as exciting a fielder's choice as you're going to see.
Yeah, great sliding play down there in the hole by Wallace. He backhand pops up quickly and delivers a strike over to second base. Fielder's choice for LaMarche, and Dawgs right back in the same position, but this time with 1 gone.
The wherewithal to realize that he had a much better chance to get the runner at second and then making a perfect throw as the first pitch fouled off by Adarius Myers as the count starts 0-1.
Myers 0 for 2 on the night, the outfielder from Louisiana Tech. Started in high school in Mississippi, though. His junior and senior was all state at the 3A level over in Mississippi.
No balls and a strike from Jones. The 0-1 delivery. Upstairs, Montenegro over the back pick, not in time. Back easily there is LaMarche as the count goes to aces while the ball is striking and out.
Yeah, important for the Dogs here to be smart on the base pass. We've already seen the arm all across the diamond. Slick fielding infield here for the Suns.
Aces while the ball is striking and out. Middle infield in double play depth for DeLand as the 1-1. A bunt is shown and pulled back. Montenegro keeps it in front of him, and the count is 2-1.
Beaker on deck. Hebel would be next if the Dogs can extend the inning. Myers looking to do some damage here for Winter Park in the 7th.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, the 2-1. Bouncing ball foul down the third base side, and the count runs even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Myers frustrated with himself there, knows he missed a golden opportunity to drive the ball. Powerful kid, was lacing balls out of the park, both pulling in, just hitting an opposite field batting practice earlier this week. He got some pop. Let's see what he can do here for the Dogs in the 7th.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, top of the 7th inning. 2-2 pitch, low and outside for a ball, and the count has filled to Adarius Myers. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And Dogs need base runners here, down by 2, getting late in the game. They've had few opportunities. Need to try to take advantage of one right here.
Dogs trying to put the tying run on and bring the go-ahead run to the plate. The 3-2 pitch, runner goes. Pitch is going to be fouled off down the right side, and we'll do another 3-2 pitch.
You're trying to get that runner started. If Myers can put one in the gap, you got to think LaMarche might be able to come all the way around and score if he can hit one into the alley out there and right.
Full count. We'll see if they put LaMarche back in motion. They do not. The 3-2 misses low and outside, and the Diamond Dogs have 2 on with 1 out. Single fielder's choice walk brings up Cole Beaker 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs today, as out from the dugout will come Rick Hall.
Yeah, good plate discipline there by Myers, setting an opportunity up here for Cole Beaker, the first baseman from Swarthmore. Like we said, was named D3 Baseball American, batted over .350 this season, only hit 5 homers, but laced over 20 doubles for Swarthmore this past year. If he can find a gap, the Dogs have an opportunity to make things interesting as we get later into this game.
With one out, first and second, an extended mound meeting between Montenegro, Burke, and Jones comes to an end. So stepping in from the left side is Beeker. A couple of ground outs to his name today. The Suns would love another one to one of those middle infielders that could roll it up and end the inning. From the stretch is Jones. Looks back at the runner at second. And the first pitch of the at-bat, high and outside for a ball. And the count is 1-0.
Jones worked some quality innings now, finding himself some trouble here in the seventh. See if Cole Beeker can make him pay. 2 on, 1 gone for the Dogs.
1 ball, no strikes the count, and the 1-0 delivery is a bouncer foul down the first base side. It was barehanded by one of the Dogs in the dugout as the count on Beeker is even. It's aces while the ball is striking it out. Suns trying to get out of the inning with a 4-2 lead still intact. The 1-1 pitch from Tyler Jones outside for a ball, and the count moves to 2-1.
Two balls a strike here to the big first baseman. I think Beeker's looking fastball here, see if he can ambush it and drive something into the gap.
Jones set, deals the 2-1. That one is lifted down the right field side. It's going to be towards the Brian Snyder hitting pavilion and up and out of play as the count runs even 2-2. It is Alex Franzen, the all-conference closer out of Kentucky Wesleyan, warming up in the bullpen. I think the Suns' plan here is if they can get through 7, Franzen's trying to close it out in the 8th and 9th. 2-2 pitch bounces in for a ball, and the count is full 3-2 to Cole Beeker.
Easy pitch for Beeker to lay off there as it bounced up to the plate. Now full count, he's still got to come to him. We'll see what pitch Jones goes with here to see if he can retire Beeker. Big pitch here coming for both teams.
Full count. We'll see if the runners move. They do not. The 3-2 is a bouncing ball up the middle. It is through for a base hit. Being held up at third is the runner in LaMarche, so the bases will be loaded with 1 out here in the 7th inning for the 8-hole hitter in Colson Hebel.
We're actually going to have a pinch hitter, Ryan. It's going to be big Jack Matero, the catcher out of Manhattanville College. Batting from the left side. It might have a little mind games going on here as the Suns look like they might make a call to the bullpen.
Indeed they will. 8-out save opportunity for Alex Franzen. He has a big spot to get out of here. Bases loaded, 1 out. It'll be Franzen coming in after this. So Alex Franzen, the all-conference reliever out of Kentucky Wesleyan College, will come on in a high-leverage situation. Bases loaded, 1 out. It's the 8-hole hitting pinch hitter here in Matero out of Manhattanville that will try to tie or give the Winter Park Diamond Dogs the lead with a shot in the gap. The pinch hitting for Colson Hebel. Franzen's first pitch in there for a strike, and Franzen gets ahead of Matero 0-1.
Matero, the big left-handed hitting catcher, had an impressive season. Saw him hit .407 this past year with Manhattanville and close to 20 doubles as well.
0-1 pitch, catches the outside corner again, and Franzen has gotten ahead of Matero 0-2. Suns trying to get out of trouble in the person of Alex Franzen. The 0-2 pitch is a ground ball towards third. Throw to the plate, thrown away. 1 run will score. A second run will score on the air. A 2-run error as the attempted fielder's choice by Wallace is thrown away, and this game is tied at 4.
Yeah, costly error there for the Suns. They had an opportunity. Matero's not the most fleet-footed guy. Ryan, they had the opportunity for the double play. Instead, it's going to be runners at the corners. The Dogs still threatening here with only 1 gone. It's going to bring up Zeke Maldonado, the second baseman, still looking for his first hit of the night. But just like that, it's a tie ball game. And good things happen when you put the ball in play. It's exactly what Matero did.
We are tied at 4 with runners at the corners. First pitch in there for a strike to Maldonado, 0-1. Set from the stretch is Franzen. He will deal the 0-1. It is outside for a ball, and the count is even on the 9-hole hitter Maldonado. 1 ball and 1 strike. Franzen got exactly what he wanted there, but the defense just could not roll up the play. The 1-1 breaking ball is into left field, a base hit, and Winter Park takes the lead on an RBI single from Zeke Maldonado. And the Dogs lead it here in the 7th, 5-4.
Nice piece of hitting there by Maldonado. Got a pitch he liked, was able to lace it into left field for a single. And Dogs have put up 3 runs now. They have the lead 5-4, but looking for more. You can never have enough against, especially when these two teams square off. As that'll bring up Foytno here. Opportunity still here arises for the Dogs, first and second. Still only 1 gone.
First pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. 3 runs here in the 7th have given the Dogs a 5-4 lead.
The product out of Atlanta, Georgia. Laced a single his last time up, looking for another one here.
Good breaking ball from Franzen in the zone for a strike. It's aces wild, the ball is striking and out to the leadoff hitter and Jason Foytno.
If you're pitching coach Jim Newland for the Dogs and head coach Chuck Shaw, it changes the plan of the attack with the bullpen as well, with the Dogs taking the lead.
Bunt put down, going to be a tough play for Franzen. Off-balance throw, not in time. An infield single by Jason Foytno, and the bases are loaded still with 1 out. Every batter this inning has reached for the Diamond Dogs, and they have a chance to break this one open here in the 7th.
Yeah, 5-4 lead already for the Dogs. It's going to bring up Carinci. Tonight he's 0 for 3, but the hottest hitting dog coming in tonight. Opportunity, big RBI opportunity here for the shortstop.
First pitch, strike, delivered by Franzen. No balls, 1 strike, bases loaded. Suns were nearly out of the inning on a possible double play ball, but it was thrown away on the throw to the plate as the 0-1 delivery is in there on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2.
Carinci didn't really like that call. Must have caught the outside corner. 0-2, going to be an opportunity for him to battle right here, try to choke up and put something in play.
Suns trying to keep this game within striking distance. Franzen, did he? Yes, he did. The umpire rings him up as Carinci set down on strikes. There's 2 gone here in the 7th for the catcher Luis Cabrera.
Carinci saw one he liked, just couldn't quite hold up. Bring up Cabrera. Cabrera homered back in the first inning. See what the catcher can do here with the bases loaded, 2 gone.
Suns trying to get out of the inning, trailing by just a run. Controlled most of this game, but one major error has them down. Set from the stretch and checking the runner. Franzen deals his first pitch. That one is lifted into shallow left. It's going to fall in for a base hit. 2 runs will come in to score as the throw is cut off. Now a throw back to second is not in time. A 2-run single by Luis Cabrera. 3 RBIs for him today. And the lead for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs is 3 runs at 7-4.
Luis Cabrera is starting off as one of the hottest hitters in the Florida League right now, as he's got 3 RBIs tonight. He had the home run back in the first inning. A nice piece of hitting there for the future Southeastern Fire player. Is a good piece of hitting. Dawgs still alive here, looking for more.
Franzen set and deals. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Franzen's had no issue getting ahead of hitters this inning, but every batter he's faced, save for Carinci, has been aboard. The fielder's choice and then 3 singles. The 0-1 from Franzen, a bouncing ball to the left side, and taking it over to the bag is Garrett Wallace, and on the fielder's choice, the inning is over. But 5 runs come across to score for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs. And heading to the bottom of the 7th inning from Melching Field, your score. It's the DeLand Suns trailing the Winter Park Diamond Dogs 7-4. Suns will have to play from behind. They trail at 7-4 as the first pitch is low for a ball, 1-0 to the leadoff hitter in the order in Jeffrey Omahundro, as now in line for the victory, William Bransima goes back to work. A 1-0 delivery up and away for a ball. It's 2-0.
Big inning here for Bransima. He's worked 2 already. He's looked good, but he's trying to bridge that gap to the dominant into the bullpen late inning options that the Dogs have.
2-0, fouled off down the right side, and the count moves to 2-1 on the leadoff hitter Jeffrey Omahundro. Suns trailing for the first time since the top of the first inning, 7-4. The 2-1 delivery, high and outside for a ball. It's 3-1.
Dawgs have a righty warming up in the bullpen.
3-1, misses the zone ball 4. So the Suns with a good start here in the 7th as Jeff Omohundro reaches on a walk. He stands on first with nobody out for Rodrigo Montenegro. Warming up in the pen for the Diamond Dogs, the junior righty from Rollins and James Howell. Runner on first, nobody out for Montenegro, who has reached base in all 3 of his plate appearances today. First pitch to Montenegro, fouled off back to the screen. It's 0-1. Montenegro has almost assuredly been the best player in the lineup today for the Suns. 3 runners thrown out of the base paths, and he's been on base on a hit-by-pitch, a single, and a fielder's choice. No balls and a strike to Montenegro as the 0-1 delivery. Upstairs for a ball. It's 1-1.
Bransema going to try to work through the top part of this Suns lineup. Tough place to be. He's going to have to face 1, 2, 3 at least here, and the quick throws over to first, but not in time. Bransema's given 2 innings of work so far. James Holly down there working the Rollins product in the bullpen, the righty option.
1-1 pitch swung on and missed by Montenegro, and he finds himself down in the count, 1-2.
Bransema wants to get the strikeout pitch right here, or a ground ball in turn 2. We'll see what he goes with on the 1-2 count.
The 1-2 pitch from the lefty is popped up in the infield. It will get to the edge of the dirt where the easy play is made by Carinci, and there's 1 gone here in the 7th inning. First time Montenegro has not been on base tonight. There's 1 out for the Stetson Hatter and Mark Townsend. Runner on first with 1 out for Townsend. He's 1 for 3 today. A strikeout in the first, a single in the second, and a strikeout in the 4th. From the stretch, the left-hander's delivery. A ground ball to the left side of the infield. Tough play to be made by the shortstop. He's unable to do so, and everybody will be safe. It's going to be an infield single for Mark Townsend. That would have been a very tough play for Carinci to make. The Suns have runners on first and second with 1 out for Tim Dixon.
Yeah, tough play there going to his right. There's LaMarcia was coming over to field at 2. It would have been a tough throw and had to be a perfect strike over to first to be able to get the out.
From the stretch, the left-hander. First and second, 1 out. That one just did not look right coming out of the hand. It's high and away for a ball. Count 1-0 on Tim Dixon, who's 1 for 3 today. One ball, no strikes, the count from Bransema, who's now in line for the win. Misses that one low and inside for a ball. It's 2-0 as Joe Burke, who has plenty of pop in his bat, waits in the on-deck circle. Suns looking to strike back after a 5-run 7th from the Dogs. The 2-0 delivery to Dixon is a bouncing ball toward short. On to second for 1. The turn to first is in time, and the inning is over. For the 2nd inning in a row, Winter Park turns a double play to snuff out a DeLand rally. We've played 7 innings at Melching Field with your score. It's the DeLand Suns trailing the Winter Park Diamond Dogs 7-4. You're watching DeLand Suns Baseball on YouTube Live. Hunter Corbett is the new pitcher, as that one is into left field, a base hit by Luis Larche. Second time he's been on base today. As Hunter Corbett, the new pitcher, he's a catcher by trade, but gets some time in on the mound today as a single by LaMarche brings up Adarius Myers.
In LaMarche's first hit on the afternoon, he reached base last inning, that long inning that the Dogs were able to push across 5 runs to take the lead, but threatening again for Winter Park.
First pitch misses the zone outside from Myers, 1-0. Grounded out twice before that. As the Suns trailing 7-4, culprit of that 5-run 7th inning as that pitch misses inside for a ball. It's 2-0.
Myers walked last time, part of that 5-run rally. Be patient here with a 2-0 count, new pitcher on the mound.
2-0 pitch, he checked his swing, he did not go around, and Corbett finds himself way behind Adarius Myers. It's 3 balls and no strikes. That one is in the zone for a strike, moves the count to 3-1. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Winter Park. 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Suns. Corbett comes set below the belt. The 3-1 delivery is a sky-high pop-up. It bounces off the International Space Station, and it will be dropped. Montenegro got a glove on it, but no one could bring it in. The count does move to 3-2. It is a strike, but the Suns would have preferred an out, as now Corbett will have to go back to work.
Myers catches a break there. That one went about a mile high up in the sky before coming down. Some miscommunication between the Suns allows for another chance here for Myers. Full count on the right fielder. He's got a runner on first to see what he can do.
Full count with a runner on first. That runner will not go. The 3-2 is in the air again. This one is into moderate left center field. Easy pickings for Tim Dixon. He makes the catch. Myers 0 for 3 on the day. There's one out here in the 8th inning for the first baseman, Cole Beaker.
Beaker singled his last time up. Back in inning number 7.
Couple of ground outs before that. First pitch of the at-bat is sent back to the screen to start the count 0-1. Suns will have Burke, Wallace, and Alonso bottom 8. Bell, Fornari, and Omohundro also guaranteed to hit before the night is out. Right back here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock first pitch from Melching Field. Bouncing ball on the right side. Burke to Omohundro, and no one's covering the first base bag. Probably was the responsibility of Fornari, but I'll give him a break on that one. That's not a usual pitcher. He's listed as a catcher on the roster, so not usually doing the PFPs. So he'll take the fielder's choice. He'll get the lead runner. There's 2 gone in the frame, as like it will continue to be Matero who reached on that fielder's choice in air that gave Winter Park the lead back in the 7th. Big swing and a miss from Matero starts the count 0-1.
Matero just squibbed the last one off the end of the bat and forced the Suns' hand. They made an error and came up with it.
Big breaking ball gets a swing and a miss from Matero as Hunter Corbett trying to get himself a scoreless frame and give the Suns bats another chance here in inning number 8 with DeLand trailing 7-4.
Matero's got a violent swing from the left side. Good pop for the rising junior catcher.
0-2 in there, strike 3, inning over. A scoreless inning worked by Hunter Corbett. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, the DeLand Suns have work to do. They trail it 7-4. James Holly, the new pitcher for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs, has thrown a strike and a ball. Count even at 1-1 to Joe Burke, who's 1 for 3 on the game, as the 1-1 delivery is low and outside for a ball, and the count on Burke moves to 2-1.
James Holly coming on relief, part of that dominant bullpen effort last night. We'll try to repeat his performance again here tonight.
Dials up the fastball and gets a swing and a miss from Burke, as the count is 2-2.
Holly struck out 3 batters in 2 1/3 innings pitch.
Misses on that one. Count runs full, 3-2.
You got to think that Brian Carullo, the sidewinder from St. Louis Community College, warming up there in the bullpen, he'll have the ninth if Holly can get through here.
3-2 pitch, fouled off the screen. We'll do it again. One game already final in 2 hours and 21 minutes down in Sanford. Seminole County beats Winter Garden 4-3, and they were in the bottom of the 5th inning after a rain delay in Leesburg. Rats 2, Lightning 1. Pop up right side out of play, and we'll do another 3-2 delivery here in DeLand. Winter Park leads the Suns by a score of 7-4. Count remains full on Joe Burke. The 3-2 delivery to Burke is into left field, a base hit. Joe Burke gets his second hit of the game after a first inning single. He's on base as the Suns have put the leadoff runner on base in 4 of their last 5 innings, the 4th, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th, but have not been able to score any of them. Burke stands on first, nobody out for Wallace, and these the last 2 innings, there's been a double play that has erased that.
Holly will work out of the stretch here.
First pitch, high and outside for a ball, starts the count on Garrett Wallace, 1-0.
The right-hander from Rollins has had some success early on this year. He'll look to continue that here. He's got a runner on first, like Ryan said. Opportunity, though, for a double play.
1-0 pitch, in there on the outer half for a strike, evens the count at 1-1.
Wallace had that RBI single back in the first inning. See if the Suns can manufacture some magic here late in the game here in the 8th.
The 1-1 delivery is a blooper into shallow right. It stays up in the air just long enough to get Myers underneath it, who makes the catch. Wallace put out for out number 1 to bring up Alan Alonso, who has himself 2 hits today.
Yeah, Alonso comes up here, 2 base hits already today. He's got a double and a single. Doubled his last time out in the 6th.
Alan Alonso, as you mentioned, on the base a couple times, has had one of the better offensive performances today for the Suns. 1-0 delivery, upstairs for a ball. It's 2-0.
Holly struggled with a little bit of command in Saturday evening's game. He did walk 1, but was able to get out of the jam and preserve the lead.
The 2-0 delivery, a bouncing ball towards short, on to second, and for the 3rd inning in a row, the Diamond Dogs turn 2. 6-4-3 for the 2nd inning in a row. As we head to the top of the 9th inning, Winter Park leads 7-4. First pitch at the top of the ninth inning to Zeke Maldonado. Runs upstairs for a ball as Hunter Corbett remains on the mound. His 1-0 pitch is at the knees for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count from Corbett. His 1-1 pitch a little bit low and inside and runs the count to 2-1.
Maldonado had the RBI single last time out. Part of that big run, 5-run, 7th inning that's right now has the Dogs in the lead.
2-1 pitch misses low and inside for a ball. And the count on Alonso moves, or the count I should say on Maldonado moves to 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch from Hunter Corbett is in there for a strike at the letters, and the count runs to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Full count here for the Dogs' second baseman. We're going to try to choke and poke something over the second baseman's head.
3-2 pitch, foul back to the screen. We'll do it again.
He was looking at opposite field there.
The 3-2 pitch is a fly ball into shallow right center field. Racing on is the center fielder Dixon. He makes the catch, and Maldonado is put out for out number 1. 1 gone here in the 9th inning. Back to the top of the order go the Diamond Dogs and Jason Foytno.
Foytno comes up 2 for 4 on the night, 2 singles. 2 singles in his last 2 plate appearances. In fact, he hadn't recorded a hit in Winter Park uniform yet, but he's able to so far, and Dogs have the lead. We'll see what the center fielder can do.
3-2, first pitch of the at-bat, right down Broadway for a strike. Starts the count 0-1 on Foytno. Suns will have 8-9-1 to try to rally in the bottom of the 9th as the 0-1 pitch foul off again, and the count is 0-2.
Winter Park will look to Brian Carullo for the save opportunity in the bottom half of the 9th.
Time call before the 0-2 pitch.
Carullo got the save on Saturday night.
0-2 pitch misses low and outside for a ball. Count moves to 1-2.
Seeing if the Dogs can get any insurance runs here. They got a 3-run lead here in the top of the 9th inning.
1-2 pitch is just fouled off by Foytno, and we'll do it again. Count remaining 1-2. Corbett, not a usual position player, or usual pitcher, I should say, but he making his case to be part of the bullpen here as he is thrown an inning and a third scoreless to keep the Suns within shouting distance of the Dogs. As the 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball that is clubbed into center field. Dixon started in, now backpedals, but he's right there, a couple of flyouts here in the 9th inning, and there's 2 gone in the top of the 9th for Daniel Carinci.
Good swing by Foytno there. He just got underneath it, off-speed pitch. He just missed that one, but good to see him driving the ball. He's got 2 hits tonight. He'll finish the night possibly 2 for 5. Got to take that and be happy with that as we head into the rest of this week.
First pitch of the at-bat fouled off to start the count. Count begins, no balls and a strike on the 2-hole hitter Carinci.
Carinci got rung up last time, tried to check his swing. In fact, he struck out his last 2 times. The hero from last night's game. See what the shortstop from Alabama can do.
Ground ball towards the shortstop, Omohundro. He let it eat him up, and his throw will not be in time. That's an error on Omohundro. That is the 3rd error of the game on the Suns. Carinci is aboard on the air to bring up Luis Cabrera.
That'll bring up, like Ryan said, Luis Cabrera. The guy who's provided all the offense for the Dogs here so far. He had a home run way back in the 1st inning that got the Dogs on the board first. They held that lead for only 1/2 inning. And then he had the 2 RBI single. So 3 RBIs for the catcher, Cabrera. Enjoying a nice night out here at the ballpark.
First pitch of the at-bat. Runs low and outside for a ball. Starts the count 1-0.
Talked with Luis before the game. Like most of the hitters in Winter Park felt like he was seeing the ball really well and was excited to get back in there tonight against this DeLand team.
1-0 delivery from Corbett is popped up and out of play. He'll get out of the stadium entirely as the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Cabrera teammates this past season with Brian Carullo, the Dawgs closer. It's a nice bond to have right there. The guy who catches you all season, you just move into summer ball and you maintain the same relationship.
1-1 delivery is back up the middle, a base hit just past the dive of Hunter Fornari into center where Dixon collects it in the air, continuing to hurt the Suns as runners are now on first and second with 2 outs for Luke Reedy.
And what started out as a rough night offensively for the Dawgs, the past 2 innings, they've been able to get 6 hits. That's hit number 3 for Cabrera. He's 3 for 4 with a walk and 3 RBIs and a homer. So quite the stat line for the catcher.
Corbett will remain on the mound as Rick Hall will come out and try to coax one more out of the UNC Greensboro product and definitely avoid using any of the more regular pitchers. It's Hudson Widrig out of Lincoln Memorial that'll get the ball tomorrow night against Tate Stone Fresina. First delivery of the at-bat. Up and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Luke Reedy's got a single as well back in the 7th. But he was rung up on a fielder's choice.
1-0, sent foul down the right side. It'll head into the parking lot. And the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike.
Opportunity here for Winter Park to see if they can add some insurance. 3-run lead already. But a lead's never saved here when you're on the road against a team like the DeLand.
1-1 pitch in there for a strike. And Hunter Corbett 1 strike away from working 2 scoreless innings of relief for the Suns. Keeps them within striking distance of the Diamond Dogs. They trail 7-4. Top of the 9th inning from Melching Field as set from the stretch. The 1-2 delivery from Corbett fouled off down the right field side. It'll head into the parking lot and we'll do it again.
Nice pitch from Corbett right there, but even a better job of spoiling that good pitch by Reedy. Sets up another 1-2 pitch.
2 on, 2 out, the 1-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen as it hits the top of the netting behind home plate and caroms back into the field of play. As a little bit past 9:30 here in DeLand, we'll do another 1-2 delivery. First of 9 meetings between these two teams as the 1-2 delivery bounces in. It'll go all the way to the backstop. No contesting Carinci to third or Cabrera to second as deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
9 hits for the Dawgs, 9 hits for the Suns. The big difference is that 7th inning, though, where the error has plagued the Suns so far.
The 2-2. A slow roller foul down the third baseline as it trickles towards the DeLand dugout as acting bullpen coach Nick Cesare will come out and retrieve it. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming to Luke Reedy. Deuces wild. The 2-2 pitch from Hunter Corbett is sawed off foul down the first base side this time. Kicks off the front of the Winter Park dugout, and we'll do another 2-2 pitch number 9 coming up.
Good at bat here by Reedy, working the count, fighting off some tough pitches. That was running in on his hands. He was able just to fist it out over the right side.
2-2 pitch, back to the screen, and a 10th pitch of the at-bat forthcoming.
Reedy doing a good job of reading the pitch out of Corbett's hand and just trying to put the wood on the ball. Good job there as he fouled another one off.
Fouls off another one, but he's going to have to get a new weapon of choice as that one splintered his bat. You can see the sawed-off portion of it as he's walking back to the dugout. He'll have to face an 11th pitch with a new bat. 11th pitch of the at-bat coming from Hunter Corbett to Luke Reedy. 2 runners in scoring position that could really put this game away for the Dawgs. Into the motion, Corbett, his 2-2 pitch, fouled back again. Pitch number 12 of the at-bat coming up. (7-4) Winter Park. 9 hits for both teams, 3 errors in the game, all committed by DeLand. The 2-2 delivery from Corbett. Fouled back again. I'm going to go get a pizza. Someone tell me when this at-bat's over.
Yeah, Luke Reedy just battling right now as Corbett's just trying to let him hit the ball and make a play, let his defense make a play, but Reedy's spoiling it, just barely missing it though.
The 2-2 pitch. Well, at least it wasn't fouled off, but it does continue the at-bat. It's low and inside, and the count is full on Luke Reedy. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
With 2 gone, the runners will be off with a crack at the bat.
Fouled off again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It is currently 1:23 a.m., or so it feels like after this at-bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Luke Reedy. If the at-bat ever ends, it'll be Luis Lamarche, or it'll be Robert Bell if the inning is ended. I give credit to Corbett in this, too. He keeps throwing strikes that are able to be fouled off, as that one lifted high into left field, and the long battle goes to Hunter Corbett. Corbett applauding as he walks off the mound, as Luke Reedy flies out to end a marathon at bat and give Hunter Corbett 2 scoreless innings of work. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Suns need 3, trailing 7-4. Bottom of the 9th inning, Suns looking to rally. They're going to need at least 3 to keep the game alive. They're going to need 4 to walk it off as they trail 7-4. First pitch of the inning. Misses the zone for a ball to Robert Bell, 1-0.
Brian Carullo on the mound here for the Dawgs. The closer, he's got 1 save already, the sidewinder.
That's a strike, 1-1.
As Carullo's done great so far here in action for the Dawgs. Good late inning option for Chuck Shaw and his staff.
1-1 pitch, way outside for a ball, 2-1.
Through 16 pitches while closing out the game last night.
2-1, misses, 3-1.
And Ryan, he's not afraid to just work fast. Gets right back up on the mound and deals.
3-1 pitch, big swing and a miss from Bell. And the count is full on the DH, who is 0 for 1 today, 3-2. The 3-2 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 3, And there's one gone here in the 9th inning as Robert Bell strikes out. He's 0 for 2 today, as that brings up the FGCU Eagle and Hunter Fornari.
Nice job by Carew. He got behind him 3-1 and pumps 2 straight fastballs past Bell. Big out number 1.
Into the motion, Carullo, his first pitch, high and tight for a ball, 1-0 to Fornari. Fly out, walk, fly out today for the 9-hole hitting second baseman. Quickly into the motion, the 0-1 delivery, low and inside again. It's 2-0 to the 9-hole hitter. Two balls, no strikes, your count. 2-0 popped up into foul ground. It'll get up and out of play, and the count is 2-1. Two balls and a strike from the right-hander as the 2-1 delivery, low and outside for a ball, and the count now 3-1 on the 9-hole hitter Fornari. Jeff Alejandro is set to hit next for DeLand. The 3-1 pitch is a slow-rolling chopper towards third. Going to be a tough play. Throw is in time. Nice play by LaMarche, charging and making the throw, and the Diamond Dogs are an out away from moving to 4-0 on the season. Alejandro 0 for 3 today. He walked and was left on second after the double play ball in the 7th.
One more out for Carullo, and the hardest one to get is out number 27.
First pitch of the at-bat, right down Broadway for a strike. If the game continues as such, and the Suns are not able to rally, as they are probably not going to be able to, grounder to third, game over. The Winter Park Diamond Dogs take the first of 2 games between them and the DeLand Suns as they get a 5-run 7th inning to knock off DeLand 7-4. Bransima gets the win. The loss will go to Tyler Jones. The save will go to Carullo. And Bryce, Winter Park, a game they trailed most of the way, but got big hits when they needed it and got a big break when they needed it to take game 1 of this 2-game set.
Yeah, opportunistic is the word, as they were able to take advantage of the error. Luis Cabrera with a heck of a game for the Dogs. Playing catcher tonight, played all over the field, but defense didn't bother him. Where he was is he went 3 for 4, had a home run, and then drove in 2 with an RBI single in that 7th inning, that big 7th inning. He had 3 RBIs, so credit to Cabrera and the whole Dogs staff. Bullpen came and pitched well. And the Dogs are able to advance to 4-0. And Ryan, we're going to be back tomorrow night, which I'm sure DeLand's going to be thinking about that all night and trying to come back with vengeance tomorrow.
Tate Stone Fresina goes for the Diamond Dogs. The Suns counter with Hudson Widrig. It'll be the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitter going for the Suns, and it will be the Rollins Tar going for the Dogs. Your final tallies: Winter Park 7 runs, 9 hits. They did not commit an error. For the Suns, 4 runs, 9 hits. They committed 3 errors. For the entire crew here at Melching Field in DeLand, and for Bryce Kuhn, the voice of the Winter Park Diamond Dogs, I'm Ryan Murphy saying, may green be the grass beneath you, may blue be the skies above you, and may tomorrow be better than today for the DeLand Suns as they fall to the Winter Park Diamond Dogs 7-4. We'll talk to you again from Melching Field tomorrow night.